Aries, Taurus, to your Astrodice reading for February. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, let's get in here. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here. We're going to have a very eventful month, so let's see what's going on. We do have Mercury. A lot of people are getting Mercury. We are getting ready for Mercury retrograde, so we'll see how that's going to work out. And then you have Gemini. Wow, okay. In the 7th house. Alrighty. So you have Mercury and Gemini, which Gemini's planet is Mercury. So this is a lot of Mercury energy going on. How you think, write, talk, and travel. Okay. And doing it Gemini style. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. And doing it straight in the 7th house. The area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romance, business, or family. Remember, you are doing other things in other houses. You have 11 other houses that are going on, but Spirit really wants to speak of this one, right? Of course, we could always pick more than one, but I think one is always enough. Just that one sometimes is what's really standing out, right? One of the important ones that stand out in our lives. Okay, let's get in here. Best messages coming out. We got the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Very beginning of the month, February 1st, we do have the full moon in Leo. Going to bring out that courageousness. Going to bring out that strength, that power, that fire, that passion. Right into the sun. Look at that. The sun into the sun. So it does look like you are going to have that sun energy. You are going to have that passion. You are going to have that glow up. You're going to have that time to shine in the sun, feeling like you're being noticed, feeling like things are revolving around you and having that glow up. Okay. Definitely feeling like you've sacrificed something. That is the hangman energy. So going straight from there to saying, to get to this area here, I might have to sacrifice my time, my energy, just to have this extra glow up. But it is something my heart does desire in the 7th house. Remember, the 7th house is partners, romance, business, and family. It's one of my favorites because then it could say it could be all of the above, or where are we going within the situation. This card did fall out, which is the Empress also coming out, which is showing her heart chakra to the heart chakra. So that's fine. And that's just saying that you're having this overall abundance, having this prosperity, and feeling like things are moving around you in the right areas right now. So you do feel like you're having the glow up. You do feel like you are having a stimulating exchange, but there is a little bit of a sacrifice and a little bit of a pause that might be happening. And you could be dealing with a Pisces. Does not have to be. It could also be a Taurus, a Libra, a Leo. Could be anybody. Okay. But it is definitely talking about how you're going to pause to surrender to the situation. Looking at the conversations that you're having. Look at the contents of what's going on around you in the 7th house. Okay. So where you were feeling like it was kind of a challenge, and that you were having some challenging things that were going on within the situation, you're feeling like the challenges are moving away. It could also be because that snake is saying, remember, right? Because we're still in the year of the snake. So you could say that the snake has now charmed its way into pushing everything around to allow the fire horse to come in on the 17th. Some people are still going to feel the challenges of the snake, and then others, it's going to feel like it's moving itself away because it's already taken away. It's already pushed back everything that it's supposed to, and then now it's pushing forward. It's pushing forward the things that are needed for our lives, no longer in the place of disruption. It already caused the disruption. It already allowed the disruption to come. It already showed the disruption. You know, it already did all of that. Now it's time for you to put back the puzzle pieces of your life back together. And it's saying, I'm going to help you do so. Yes. Oh my gosh. So on the sacrifice, you're going to have the hermit. That's crazy. Now you're going to have the pause and surrender so that you can have this enlightenment. You can have this understanding and better awareness by removing yourself from the situation as you're having a glow up. People are going to notice that you're removing yourself from the situation, right? That you're still a little bit in this challenge mode as you're still having a glow up. So people are going to say, hey, Aries, Taurus, you're doing a wonderful job. You're doing great at work. You're a lover. You're this, you're that. But you're going to feel a little bit like, really? Huh? Really? What? You talking to me? A little withdrawn because you're thinking. That's okay though, because in the seventh house, you're winning. You're surrendering to love. You're surrendering to your abundance. You're going to surrender, whether you know it or not, by taking that step back and allowing this energy to just run through you and just allowing yourself to just take back seat. You're actually allowing this prosperity to come to you. Look at that. This is you saying, now I'm holding the Ace of Pentacles. Why? Because I've taken my step back. So there's a very powerful piece here that says, even though I feel like I'm still in somewhat of a challenge mode and withdrawing myself, I'm getting the glow up. They see me in this light where I'm put up on a pedestal of being in the spotlight and the limelight. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just the energy, right? It's the sun. It's that Leo energy coming in. It's that Leo energy from the full moon putting a spotlight on you. It's things that we don't always notice, but are highlighted, and the universe is highlighting it for you and showing you are the Empress as well, because you have that Taurus in you. So you are definitely a piece of the Empress, right? And you're also, right? The Emperor, the Empress, got them both. So you're definitely being highlighted into these places of power, of love, significance. Okay. In the mid-month, you do have the Wisdom. To the emotional withdrawal. Withdrawing your power a little bit. That's okay, because you're still kind of in that hermity mode. Still trying to figure things out. Still feeling a little trapped in your mind, even though you're having this glow up and not feeling as communicative as you would want to be. So you're not feeling the creativity as much as you want the creativity, but I do feel like the Mercury is there. It's just that now I would like to communicate a little bit more. I would like to have that conversation, have that shift in conversation a little bit more and bringing it in. I'm being seen. I'm being chosen, but I'm not really seeing it or feeling it. It is kind of crazy because I feel like in your work, though, you're giving everything that you have, or whatever area of the seventh house, you're giving everything you have, but you're not feeling 100. So it's like you're the chosen energy. You need to have this truth of this conversation. You have this spotlight going on. Your relationship, whatever it is, just needs more of a conversation to have that shift of understanding. You're being seen. It's just about how you're recognizing it yourself. It's all about perspective. Perception is hindsight 2020, my friends. Just because others see you in one way doesn't mean that you're seeing everything the way they're seeing things, right? Everybody's perception is different. And you're not seeing it that way. Four of Swords, being a little anxious when it comes to a water sign. Like I said, you could be dealing with a water sign. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also could be feeling like the conversations is becoming a little heavier than you want it to be. The conversation is becoming an argument. It's becoming more argumentative than you're arguing. It's becoming more argumentative than you want it to be. Could be dealing with a Libra Scorpio. I see another cusp over here. Can even be an Aqua Pisces cusp, but I do see another cusp sign for some of you. But I will tell you one thing. It is definitely where you felt like you were in complete limelight in the beginning of the month. It's starting to shine down just a little bit, but I do see the argument coming up, where the truth is coming out about the situation, where it's spilling over and the emotions are becoming high emotions. Now, this is also going to be around Valentine's Day, which is the 14th. And then we have the 17th, which is going to be the Lunar New Year, also the Chinese New Year, where the fire horse will come in. And then, of course, we'll also have the new moon in Pisces. So that could also be where a lot of this feeling like Pisces energy coming in right here as well, because we are in this, Pisces season. So having Pisces season is going to bring up those mixed emotions. So I do feel like, you are starting to feel, starting to feel the dynamics of this relationship shifting. Okay. Just because you're in the limelight doesn't mean that it has to be from this person. That could be from at work. Remember, it's 7th house, romance, business, family, and partners. Okay. So you can totally be at the limelight at work and then having an argument with your loved one, okay, or a family member or a friend or whoever, okay, or vice versa, whatever. Because I feel like these could be two different energies. Really standing out at work, really getting things going, and then coming home and having not being seen in the same light as you're being seen in the outside world by your family, your loved ones, right? So it's could be why you're kind of pulling yourself back and not seeing certain things, okay? So you will know when that time comes who's limelighting you, where you're getting the limelight, and then where all of a sudden the frustrations come in. Okay. If the energy has just changed so much where you're gonna, next month you might say, you know what, it was the same person, it's the same thing. It's just that the energies have shifted so much that they're now taking on a different energy. That's can actually happen as well. This is a general reading. Rejoice and celebration, a crown chakra, and a material harvest. The rejoice and celebration is third-party situation. Could be that something else is standing in the way as you're trying to focus on what's going on within the situation. So you could say that maybe, my sister-in-law is in the way. She is not letting me have any time with my partner. She, is always bringing him over to do whatever they're doing, right? Or she's always there yapping, doing whatever. So I do feel like something else is standing in the way of this situation. Okay, as there is no happy celebration. It's just now you trying to survive for this situation. Okay, and then having the crown chakra is putting you in the knowing that you still have a material harvest. You're still glowing up in this other area of your life. You're still doing very well over there. You still have in the 7th house the abundance. Okay, you still have the abundance, the prosperities. So that's why I also feel like this is two different areas, because I feel like one's work and you're doing very, very well, and the other is, right, you're still feeling your material harvest, but you know that you're still moving up the ladder over here at work with the Ace of Wands, doing very well with the Star card, living for your legacy. But then you have on the 25th, you're going to have that Mercury retrograde coming in where you feel like, oh, here comes the Chariot. Here they come back around. What do they want? Oh, now they want to have a happy celebration with me. Now they want to speak their truth to me about what was going on. Oh, you didn't want to do it over here and you wanted to talk bad to me over there, but now you want to come in and you want to sweet talk me. So I do feel like the truth is being spoken. You're going to speak your truth, but I feel like they also want to come in to speak their truth, but they want to know whether or not the two of you can still have something together. Okay, as the world is their oyster and they're looking at it and saying, Aries, Taurus, we could totally do this. And you're like, we just had a huge fight. What do you want? So I do feel, okay, like you do have the Ace of Pentacles, though, still within that situation. Okay, but it's like letting you go as this person is watching you from a distance and still trying to be a rival to you. Do you want to be my lover or do you want to be my rival? This person needs to figure this out. They have to figure this out. You can't come to me and tell me you want to be my lover and then start fighting with me. Okay, so you're either my rival and you don't want to be my love, You want to just continue to do what you're doing, or you want to be my love and you want to fix this, but you can't be both. This wishy-washy back and forth is not good, and it's showing obsession with them, that they're obsessed with the understanding and the idea of you being with them, but they don't know how to be with you. They don't know how to be yours. Plain and simple. They don't know how to have a relationship. They don't know how to do this. Plain and simple. If you were to see this in any other limelight, you would say they're mentally fucked up. I'm sorry. And that's, or emotionally. Okay. Because putting and dragging someone down and then picking them back up and then dragging them back down. And I just feel like it's very immature of them to do these things. And it's kind of like they know what they want, but the dynamics are shifting back and forth, and Mercury retrograde's got a hold on it now as a karmic cycle for you and this person, who could be a Scorpio. Like I said, it could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.